Hi everybody, this is Camille, and I'm sorry if you tried to tune into the Hangout earlier today. It wasn't working for me. Actually, let me take off my glasses because I can see reflection. So, yes, earlier today it wasn't working out. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to give you a recap of what we went over at the last meeting in case you weren't there, and that way you can get updated. So. Um, we were able to welcome a couple members to the Unreal team, including Ty, who is a 12-year-old who came and met us at the Science and Engineering Festival. By the way, the Science and Engineering Festival was a really great success. In fact, our whole week of outreaches have been a really great success. We gave just about 1,000 demos based on how many people we were interacting with, especially at the Science and Engineering Festival. So really applaud those who came out and helped. And if you haven't helped yet, it's totally an awesome opportunity and a great way to meet new people. We gained a lot of contacts that I'm still going through, and that we can use for the club to get ourselves out there more. So that was really awesome. You can check out some pictures on our Twitter and our Facebook if you want to see what happened. So, and we also talked about t-shirts. So we got $100 from the engineering college to our club. And so I wanted to use that to help us purchase t-shirts because we do all these great outreaches and we don't have t-shirts to brand ourselves. So we have the option of going between a $10 or a $5 copay. The t-shirts will cost, I got them estimated, they'll cost about $10.73 for a batch of 20 t-shirts. Batch of 40 t-shirts would be $10.50, and that's each. So if we do a $5 copay, where Space Broncos, out of that $100 we got, we'll pay $5 for each t-shirt. That amounts to about $6 for everybody to get 20 t-shirts. So that would mean we would need everybody to bring in $6 probably within the next 2 weeks. So if you have a yay or a nay to that, just let us know. You can either send us an email or you can reply to this in a comment. And we really do want to make that decision within the next week and then start collecting money. Then we can give that to them and they can make the t-shirts, and that'll be good. So I'm thinking we're probably going to go for 20 t-shirts, and we'll see what you guys all say. So please make sure that you pass this video around and that you get the information out there about the offer for t-shirt to other Space Broncos that you know, so that way we can make a decision quickly. All right. The next thing. So we have a few possible outreaches, some really cool ones coming up. We have the opportunity to go to Andrus Elementary School, I believe. They are having a STEM and Science night, so another great night to go out and show our own virtual reality content that we made. We also have been invited to the Boise Airport Science and Aerospace Show, which is really cool because it's actually a ticketed event. The tickets cost $80. We wouldn't have paid that, but it seems like it's actually a really high-profile event. So what an awesome opportunity to be able to go and show our work there, and what other networking could we do to meet people. So if you join Space Broncos to meet people and talk to people, hey, these are your opportunities. We also have the opportunity to go to Bronco Day, possibly. Bronco Day is where Boise State targets people in the community, or maybe even people outside the community who are interested in coming to Boise State for whatever reason. They probably bring their kids, and it's like an introduction to Boise State. So we had the opportunity to be part of it as a club, and I was actually wondering if we might be able to get permission to use the Specs Fly system that you put people in a harness and they can fly and jump up and down and kind of they're in the harness, right? And we can use that linked to our Unreal and virtual reality and actually give people the experience of walking on Mars with microgravity. Wouldn't that be cool? So if you have any other ideas for outreaches or things like that that we can do big, you know, our idea is not just to do simple outreaches. Our idea for Space Broncos is to create really big social engagements around space and STEM, but really around space, right? So those are some ideas for how to do it big and bold. You meet really people and get into high-profile events. So if you have ideas, let us know, and we'll definitely get them on the agenda. So let me see real quick. Any other stuff? We also briefly talked about how we could better our our outreach programs. One of the ideas we had last time at the Science Engineering Festival last Saturday was to have a photo backdrop, like a photo backdrop for stars so people can take photos in front of it, and also maybe to dress up in costumes like characters from Star Wars and Star Trek, and so people could take photos with us. And I think that would be really fun and creative way to really get people engaged, come to our booth and check out our stuff, but also, like they'll have a picture of that and they'll post that and be like, hey, I had a great time with the Space Broncos and guess who I got to meet. So those are some ideas to keep in our back of our head, and maybe to encourage you, if you have ideas like those, there is no such thing as an outlandish idea, and nothing too big either. We want to do really big things. So the last thing I want to talk about is we do all these awesome outreaches to the public. So I want to talk about maybe doing some outreach for us, for who we are, as Space Broncos. So some internal Space Broncos fun. So I had an idea of starting a speaker series. So here's an idea of the people we could possibly invite. There's Matt Warnick. He works for a really cool technology company in Seattle. And what they do is they print carbon fiber. So 3D printing. Well, this is carbon fiber printing. And they print these on space vehicles like the SpaceX space vehicles, So that's kind of cool. Another idea is Jake Forsberg, who works for Planet Labs. He actually works at a company that deploys microsatellites all around the orbit of the Earth, and they take pictures of the Earth. And instead of having these really big satellites, it costs a lot of money to deploy. NASA has one, and it costs like $1 billion. No joke. They deploy like 100 of these small satellites, and they synchronously take pictures of Earth. So that's another cool technology space aspect. And last of the first round of ideas is Jessica Tramagalini. She's really cool. I actually got to meet her when I went up to NASA last summer, and she actually works in mission control, like actual mission control. They talk to the astronauts. She works at the desk called Spartan, and I think it would be really cool if we had her talk. So these speakers, they wouldn't necessarily come to Boise State. They would do it through this Google Hangouts. But it would be really cool to kind of hear from them, especially Jake and Matt. They just barely graduated, so they're already in technology fields having to do with space, and even if technology fields is necessarily your interest later on, it's pretty cool to hear from the students who just barely graduated. They're right above us, only a few steps ahead of us, and it would be interesting to kind of hear from them. So with that, we also invited or was able to welcome several new Space Broncos to last Monday's meeting. Our next meeting is going to be Friday. Friday, not this next Friday, and not the Friday after that, but the Friday after that. So I think it's Friday the 26th. 26th, I believe it's the 26th of February is when our next meeting is scheduled. So hopefully, if you weren't able to come to the Monday meeting, you'll be able to come to a Friday meeting. And like I said earlier in some emails, what I want to do is have meetings every 2 weeks and then alternate between Monday and Fridays, because some of y'all can make it to Mondays and some of y'all can't make it to Fridays. So I really want to make sure we get everybody and use these Google Hangouts to get everybody else when we can. The idea is that, Space Broncos is very easy for you to participate in, very easy for you to get ideas in, and then get leverage on your ideas. And we really just want to make this a really fun experience for everybody where people can grow, because the idea isn't to just join a club so you have a bunch of clubs in your resume. The idea is to get you to be able to be in leadership and have that on your resume, because that's what counts, right? So thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, thank you. And I really hope to see you on Friday. And if I don't see you next week, I'll see you before then. All right.